What if I told you that a college dropout, a barefoot dreamer, and a man who once got fired from his own company would one day change the world forever? This isn't just a story about computers or business. This is the story of Steve Jobs, a man who proved that passion, vision, and persistence can turn impossible dreams into global revolutions. Steve Jobs was born on February 24, 1955, in San Francisco, California. But here's the thing. He wasn't born into wealth or comfort or privilege. In fact, he was given up for adoption as a baby. From the very beginning, life tested him. Yet those very challenges shaped the man who would redefine technology, art, and even how we live our daily lives. Jobs went to Reed College, but just after 6 months, he dropped out. To many, that sounds like failure, but Steve didn't see it that way. Instead of sitting in boring classes he couldn't afford, he dropped in on the ones he truly loved, like calligraphy, and years later, that passion for design became the soul of Apple computers. In 1976, Steve Jobs, along with Steve Wozniak, built Apple in a garage. Just imagine, a couple of young dreamers with almost nothing, creating the future from scratch. Their first computer, Apple I, was simple, but it was revolutionary. Then came the Apple II, which exploded in popularity. Suddenly, a garage project became one of the fastest growing companies in the world. But life isn't a straight line. After creating Apple, Steve faced something no founder ever expects. He was fired from his own company. Yes, the man who started it all was forced out. Imagine building your dream only to have it ripped away. Most people would quit. Most people would give up, but Steve didn't. He once said the heaviness of being successful was replaced by the lightness of being a beginner again. Instead of stopping, he started over. Jobs founded Next, a computer company, and he also bought a small animation studio you may have heard of, Pixar. That little studio went on to create Toy Story and changed the entire animation industry forever. Years later, Apple bought Next, and Steve Jobs returned to the company he once founded. And this time, he wasn't just back, he was unstoppable. Jobs transformed Apple into one of the greatest companies in the world. He gave us the iMac, the iPod, the iPhone, the iPad. He didn't just create products, he created experiences. Think about how you live today, the music you listen to, the phone in your hand, the way you connect with the world. Steve Jobs had a vision, and he brought it to life. So, what can we learn from his journey? First, follow your passion, even if the path doesn't make sense right now. Second, don't fear failure. Sometimes getting fired or rejected is the best thing that can happen. Third, think different. Don't just build products, build dreams. And finally, never settle. As Jobs said, stay hungry, stay foolish. Steve Jobs wasn't perfect. He faced struggles, setbacks, and even health battles. But he left behind a legacy that inspires millions every single day. If Steve Jobs, a college dropout, a man who was once rejected by his own company, could rise again and change the entire world, then what's stopping you? Your dream may look impossible today. People may laugh at you. You may even fail 100 times. But remember this, failure is not the opposite of success. It's the road to success. The world doesn't need more followers. The world needs dreamers, doers, and people like you who dare to think different. Steve Jobs once said, the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. So ask yourself, are you ready to be one of them? Thank you for watching this video. If Steve Jobs' story inspired you today, make sure to share this with someone who needs motivation. And remember, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more powerful stories that will change the way you see your life.